right, everybody. Dang, 8 minutes late. I had a little trouble with my new gear, but you know, it happens. Let's start off on a positive note tonight. I want you to watch this. I hope it plays. I think so. Let me double check something real quick. Yeah, that's the right one. Let me see if I can give the. Okay. Let's see if I can get this in the mix. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Here we go. Anything? Oh, wait. Here we go. All right. This is Precious Adams. All right. Precious Adams, I just want to show you a clip. She won the 2014 classical variation competition. But I thought I'd throw that in for a mix. And let's get right into it. This is what went down just a little while ago, but I want to show you a clip of Taylor Townsend, who's basically up and coming tennis player. In fact, I think she's arrived. Check this out.
Townsend does it. What a performance.
Got another one.
Take it in, Ted.
You got another one. I mean, she is pissing off some European players. She got I forgot the other woman's name, but the one who was talking smack, who we're gonna go over, and then she gets this woman. I think they're from one was from somewhere else. I mean, not the U.S. Both of them were not from here. They're from Europe. So let's dig deeper. Here we go. Get it, yeah.
Serve completely sums up.
Oh, heated.
Now, this happened before, though. This was the first woman she took out right here.
Exchange at the U.S. Open. No, I don't think it was no heated nothing. This Caucasian girl is
brought to you by Pretty Black Magic.
Mad because the black girl beat her. And let me tell you something about these folks. Racism is the only thing white folks have invented they refuse to take credit for. Let that sink in. Now let's watch.
A second round match at the U.S. Open here in New York. After Yelena Ostapenko lost to Taylor Townsend, the two exchanging sharp words. Townsend.
And talk about a sore Karen loser. I mean, this is purely Karen behavior right here. Here we go.
Saying Ostapenko accusing her of having no class and no education. ABC's Matt Rivers has more.
It was the U.S. Open play that sparked a tense showdown. American Taylor Townsend clipping the top of the net, then going on to clinch a win against Yelena Ostapenko of Latvia. Ostapenko telling Townsend to apologize for skimming the net, a lucky break, which, according to tennis etiquette, usually prompts a wave or gesture of apology.
A wave or gesture of apology, say the ball gonna go where it's gonna go. Forget that.
After the match, Townsend describing it this way.
It's competition. People get upset.
In the house, why is seeking knowledge? Get senior why seeking knowledge. Here we go.
When they lose, and you can't. Some people say bad things. She told me I have no class, I have no education.
Later, Townsend was asked if she thought there were racial undertones in Ostapenko's comments.
I didn't take it in that way.
but also, that has been a stigma in our community of, being not educated and all the things when it's the furthest thing from the truth. And the thing that I'm the most proud of is that I let my racket talk.
Rachel
Yeah, I mean, the thing is this, it's okay if, Ostapenko, whatever the hell her name is. I mean, if she wanted to say that wasn't kind of polite, even though really, why mention it? It bounced over, or, whatever. I don't even know about these stupid hit the net, goes over and you get a winner, but you have to apologize for it. F that, in my opinion. But anyway, my point is this, is that Ostapenko proved that she was the one who was being classless and uneducated by saying, I mean, that she could have picked a lot of different arguments, but she picked that. And to me, that shows you she's a super Karen of the day right here.
No class, I have no education.
Later, Townsend was asked if she thought there were racial undertones in Ostapenko's comments.
I didn't take it in that way. But also, that has been a stigma in our community of, being not educated and all the things when it's the furthest thing from the truth. And the thing that I'm the most proud of is that I let my racket talk.
Rachel Ostapenko says she's been accused of racism, responding on social media, saying in part, "I was never racist in my life and I respect all nations of people in the world. For me, it doesn't matter where you come from."
And
The problem is that her conversation her conversation to the woman who beat her ass, it didn't come out that way. It came out very bigoted, very bigoted. Those things, you could say that to any race of people, and it's a bigoted statement. It is to any race of people. If you say, "Oh, you're uneducated," and whatever else, they're gonna take offense. The same way, this Black Girl Magic who took it. Well, but she was very classy about it. It's all good. Here we go. Yeah. Well, I think now that says bitter Beckys are the worst. Them and black men have no control and fire off at will. Bars. This heifer straight lying to avoid consequences. Bars.
and she's a lie. So let's go back to the black girl right quick. Let me pull her up.
This is Pretty Black Magic talking to you right now. Here we go. Talk to us, Pretty Black Magic. Here we go.
So I hate when they do the press conference. The first thing they want to do is shove a camera in your face. Well, do you think it was racism? So of course she has to say, no, I don't think it was racism. But if this was the opposite, if a black girl got up in this Caucasian girl's face, howling and yelling, you're low class, you have no education. Oh my God. The whole world would come to an end. Angry black woman, angry black woman. I mean, this girl can't even show any anger. She can't even show any emotion. She has to sit there and be cool and calm and just play it off like it's nothing. Sorry, Miss Ann, the black girl beat you. And Venus and Serena, oh my God, they caught pure hell from them folks. So I don't need anybody howling, but well, there's no racism, there's no discrimination. Well, Miss Ann, like she said, I let my racket do the talking, and that's how you do it. Let your racket do the talking, and her talking, that racket did some talking. And Miss Ann, sorry, you lost. Now going back to where you come from, and you're gonna have to just take that L. Got the nerve to ask this girl, do you think it was racism? Do you? And then they want you to say, no, I don't believe in racism. Racism doesn't exist. But like she said, being low class with no education is a stigma in the black community. And guess what, Miss Ann? Lots of black folks have class and education. You're the low class one because you're a poor sportsman. Yeah. Now let that sink in. And I'm out.
Bars. Okay. So the sad thing about this and why Seeking Knowledge brought this to my attention, it is bad enough that, black women who are doing amazing things, have to deal with a Karen, a court Karen, a tennis court Karen, and then come back home and have to deal with some dude who acts the same. That's the funny part. Black men are just as bad. Oh, black women are too masculine. Black women are too dark. Black women have, wear wigs. Black women have curly hair. I don't like type C hair. It's always something. That's always. Oh, that reminds me. I got to grab something real quick here. Hold on. But yeah, I mean, that's just crazy to me. Give me 1 second because I got to find something that I will definitely do want to play tonight. That me talking to myself just reminded me of something. Where is that fool? Where is that fool? Right. Was it on Rage 3? Rage 3. Yep. None. Rage 3. Here we go. I found it. All right. I found it. Yeah. I'm going to keep playing this clip. Okay, let me pause this right here. Where did I want this? I wanted to start right here. Okay. Sorry, guys. Dang, where all these clips come from? Okay, anyway. Anyway, let's get down to get down. Okay. So I hope everybody had a good Saturday so far, good holiday weekend. Here's Charleston White. Charleston White, the dude who, went to prison. He's going to tell us about black love. Let's let him do that. Here we go.
Why you think the black relationship do not last anymore?
Cause the black woman think the black man supposed to have one woman. And the nigga's unhappy. Nigga's unhappy with one woman till he die. I'm just the only black man can finally say it. And then the black woman is selfish in the relationship.
What you mean? Explain that.
Well, it's all about her. If she having a bad day, the house has a bad day.
Okay.
Her feelings matter more than the best interest.
Here's a dude right here who repeatedly cheated. There's nothing wrong with, having a past where maybe you had digressions, and then, he had to go to prison for a while, and he paid for those digressions in prison, right? And then he gets out and he pretty much starts doing the same thing. He's been arrested for gun charges, stuff that has to do with his car, and raising guns up and stuff. So he ain't learned nothing. He hasn't learned a damn thing. It's one thing to be an ex-con and then come out and you've learned your lesson and you do good in the world, or you try to do good in the world. But it's another thing when you come out and you do the same thing. And Charleston White and that Jay Rello dude fall into that category. We will probably go deep into Jay Rello tomorrow because there are some lessons to be learned, and has more to do with men who have his behavior less than just him. But we're back here with another Jay Rello type who is Charleston White. He can't stay on the good side of the law for more than a couple months. And that's not the problem. If you want to live a janky life, or if you want to live a life that's not all upstanding, that's up to you. But when you start to berate or criticize women who are doing better than you, that's when, basically we got to have a talk. And we're having a talk. Let's hear what more Charleston White has to say. The so-called relationship expert. That's the funny thing. That's how you know black men were not doing that good, is when we literally select the worst in our community to represent us when it comes to dating. We got problems if we're grabbing men like this. We're listening to men like this, grabbing men's information like this, coddling men like this. There's not much you can say. You're looking at us telling everyone else, other communities of other people, We don't know how to select a good leader. You guys will listen to this dude more than you would listen to Russell Wilson. You need to let that sink in. Last I checked, Charleston said he was broke. Russell, you all say you like money, so Russell got like 250 million reasons why he's doing better. But you go to this dude right here. You run to this dude right here. Oh yeah, he's a real one. He's a real one. That's what y'all say. And then, let me bring this. Let me bring this. I want to grab this clip real quick. Where did I do with it? What did I do with it? Oh, okay. I can't find it. But anyway, let's keep it going. Here we go.
Of the relationship.
True.
Her feelings matter more than the best interest of the children. Everything revolves around the black woman. When God created everything to revolve around the man.
Ooh, you said some shit then. Yeah.
God.
You can't. Just listen to this nonsense from somebody who, I mean, very well is the epitome of a failure.
God created everything to center and evolve around the man. The woman is the motivator to the man. She's his inspiration to all things.
And it's funny how they bring up a picture of a old man with a girl, probably around 19. See these dudes, they literally are waiting at the womb for a girlfriend. It sounds weird, huh?
Damn.
To be better, to do better.
Look how they're playing that uplifting music like he's some type of for real person. Yeah, this nigga. Well, hold on 1 minute. I got to bring something up. This is the same dude right here. This is the same dude with the cuffs on. Look, this is the same dude with the cuffs on. It'll be a same dude with the cuffs on. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna have some fun with Charleston White. I'm also have some fun tonight. I'm gonna have some fun with you, Charleston. Because I mean, look. He's supposed to be somebody to inspire men, not degrade women.
Hold on, man.
He's fumbling for his ID and all that other stuff that he don't have. And we're gonna find out why.
Well, I don't need this one. I just need a driver's license after this.
See, but let's.
I'll hand this back to you, sir.
What's on, Charleston? Where that? Where's that driver's license at?
Do you have an ID or anything with you? You want my license number?
Charleston White appeared to not have his insurance or driver's license with him.
Wow, he's on it. He's on it. He's showing the other communities how on point we are. Wow, because remember, he's a community activist, right?
Made things more complicated for the officer.
Charleston, first name?
Yeah, Charleston Jamal.
Shoot, I rushed out the house, dropping seeds. All right, man. I'll give them a call. If they say it's good, then I'm good. Okay. If they say it's not good, then it's gonna be a ticket.
Man, God.
All right, that's how it is, man. We don't really play here in Irving with no insurance. It's automatic ticket. All
I
right.
understand. Well, you see what's on the back of my window, so I do a lot.
I hear you, man.
So yeah, so I understand. So yeah, if it's not showing, it ain't showing. Baby,
Okay.
did you pay it? Baby.
Oh, so he's asking his wife if she paid the auto insurance. The leader of the house, being him in his words. You just heard his words.
Yeah, she changed credit card, so go on and run it.
So are you saying it's not valid?
Not valid. She just said she changed credit card.
Okay. All right, man. Do you have any
He knew it wasn't valid when he first you got
outstanding warrants? I'm assuming not, right?
No, I ain't got
You ever been arrested for anything?
Yeah, man. Shoot, man, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
When was that?
Man, that was
You heard it out of his mouth. You heard it out of his mouth. Okay? Aggravated assault. Okay, wait, with that deadly weapon. That's your leader right there.
Not right.
No, I ain't got
You ever been arrested for anything?
yeah, man. Shoot,
He said, the officer said, have you ever been arrested for anything? Okay. And this is what, let me turn on this. I want to make sure y'all see it. Have you been arrested for anything? Yeah, man.
man, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
When was that?
You think he would have been said? He says it like he's actually saying it like, well, just like you think, oh, okay, driving with a no license or something like that. You know what I mean? No, aggravated assault was a deadly. No big deal. No big deal.
That?
Man, that was got into it with some gang members. Man, a community activist came down into the neighborhood after making some threats. Pointed a gun at him, man. So, getting to leave the property, they went back and called the police on me. So I haven't been indicted yet. So.
Okay. Well, all right, man. Hopefully it works out for you. Okay, dude?
Yes, sir.
What about drug use?
Nah, no drug.
No drug use? Not even marijuana?
Yeah, I smoke marijuana.
You ever smoked in the car?
Last night.
Last night?
Yeah, last night.
You know if there's anything in there right now? So don't dig, dude. I'm just asking.
Let me pause. Let's go back. And you guys are listening to that dude right there. And you guys are listening to this dude right here. You're listening to him. This is who you're listening to, Mr. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
The woman is the motivator to the man. She's his inspiration to all things.
Damn.
To be better, to do better. Everything revolves around the black woman. When God created everything to revolve around the man.
Ooh, you said some shit then. Yeah.
God created everything to center and evolve around the man. The woman is the motivator.
Now, Phil, now it's funny, huh? It's real funny, huh? It's real funny when here he is, the leader of the house.
That little guy?
Yeah,
That's it?
That's it, man.
That's all you have?
All I got, man.
All right, man. Fair enough. Let me check
Being real cool to him, too.
on a few things, and I'll be right back with you, okay? That's a good driver's license number, right? And it's going to come back to that address? All right, bud. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back with you.
Oh, maybe that's why he's being so nice, because he has like his commanding officer in the car too. Look, what? He's going back. I just fast forward. It's going back. We're going back.
Hold on, you got to call Sean. I just got pulled over by the police. Okay, I got on the other line.
All right, Mr. White, you mind putting that down for now? So here's the deal, man. Since you got that little bit of weed on you, I got to search the car and your person, okay? Is there anything else illegal inside the car?
Oh, I got a little 25 on.
Okay, where's it on you? Okay, we'll just leave it there for now, all right? Anything on your person?
No, sir.
All right, go
Angela
ahead.
Reddick in the house. Why Seeking Knowledge breaks it down perfectly. Yes, black men pay money. A lot of OnlyFans and the red pill rhetoric that cleanses them all from liability and responsibility and faults for anything. Bars. Angela says, yeah, he is a real bandit. Charles White.
Go ahead and drop the phone.
Okay. Oh, baby, I gotta drop the phone. Man, can I get my daughter situated while y'all do?
Not yet, man.
Okay.
Where's your daughter at?
Oh, she's at the school.
All right, yeah, not right now, okay? Let's deal with you.
Okay.
Go ahead and drop your stuff.
Oh, can I put this in the...
Or just leave it up here, okay? You want to hop out for me?
I got a knife in my pocket.
Okay. I'm just going to detain you for now. All right, you're not under arrest or anything else.
This is gonna sound hilarious. Listen, this is gonna sound hilarious, y'all.
Her feelings matter more than the best interest of the relationship. True. Her feelings matter.
And his best interest of the relationship is getting arrested
more than the best interest of the children. Everything revolves around the black woman. When God created everything to revolve around the man.
Ooh.
And isn't he the man? Isn't Charleston the man? You know? Isn't he the man? Watch how he leads. Watch how he leads right here. See them cuffs? See them cuffs? See how he leads? See how old Charleston leads? Let me go here. See them cuffs? See his excellent leadership? See his excellent leadership right here? Look, getting all searched and shit. Oh man, Charleston White. You guys flock to him like flies on doo-doo. And look at him getting arrested. It's not like this is 15 or 20 years old. This is just last year, y'all. This is 10 months ago. Deontay, I can't stand Charleston White, but I must admit he's being compliant with the police and not causing any extra trouble for himself. True. Let's give him that much. But the problem I got, Deontay, is this right here. This is the problem I have right here. He has the nerve to start acting like he's better than women. Listen to this shit. Listen to this shit right here.
Do not last anymore.
Cause the black woman think the black man supposed to have one woman. And the nigga is unhappy. Nigga's unhappy with one woman till he die. I'm just the only black man.
He's saying that all men cheat. That's what he basically saying. And that this poor guy who was just arrested at least no more than 10 months ago. I might have missed some. I might have missed some other stuff. But no more than 10 months ago, he was arrested, and he's on here giving men advice.
Man can finally say it. And then the black woman is selfish in the relationship.
What you mean? Explain
Oh,
that.
now he wasn't selfish, acting a fool and getting himself arrested. That wasn't being selfish, right? That wasn't like putting his family in harm's way or anything, right? I can guarantee you, show me a lowdown, show me a DL, show me out of shape, show me a ugly dude, and they are the ones who lead in complaining about women. They're the leaders. They're the ones who complain the most. Believe it or not, most attractive men, unless they have some other type of issue, they really don't complain that much about women. But if they got an issue,
well, it's all about her.
Just like when ugly ass Jay Rello was saying Kenyan women don't look good. That's some I'm trying to say this nice. Give me a second to think of something. Give me a minute to think of something that's not going to hit the algorithm. I'm just gonna skip it for now. I'm gonna save it for tomorrow when I can take more chances. Yeah, but he on here though. But the thing is, what you have to understand is he represents the thinking of a lot of other ugly men or men of low means or men of low quality. But they're the leaders in our community. Pimps, pimpish pastors, players, pretos. They're the leaders in the red pill. They are. Let's break it down some more. Here we go.
Hi, beautiful Black women. My name is Abby.
Let me make sure. This is Abby. I just ran across her and thought she would be a nice, she breaks it down. Let's just put it that way. She really breaks down the conversation about colorism. So I'm going to let her say it. Let her tell you. I can never tell you a story about what's going on between women and what they go through with colorism. So let's let the young lady tell you. Here we go.
Abby, in this video, we're talking about the current wave of conversations surrounding colorism, specifically the way dark-skinned Black men are finally beginning to open their mouths about supposedly experiencing colorism themselves. But
let me pause it 1 second. I think I'm a little bit on the high side. Right there should be okay. Right there. Okay, here we go.
instead of this being a moment of solidarity with dark-skinned Black women, what we're really seeing is another manipulation tactic, another excuse for them to center themselves in a conversation that for decades they have either ignored, dismissed, or actively perpetuated. Colorism is not new. It's not something that has just popped up on TikTok or just became a hot button topic.
Right. Colorism's been around for a while. But it's augmented to me because back in the day, yes, light-skinned women were held to higher regard, but I think it's gotten more that way than anything. And I think it has to do with the way that a lot of these modern men behave.
Dark-skinned Black women have been speaking about this since the beginning of our existence in the Americas. And for just as long, we've been disregarded, gaslit, and told to stop complaining. Now suddenly dark-skinned men want to cry victim. And I think it's very important that we as Black women don't get swept up into that narrative. This video is about peeling back those layers of hypocrisy, examining why dark-skinned women are so forgiving towards men who have harmed them, and why we must stop falling for this endless cycle of false solidarity. Before we get too deep into breaking this all down, I want us to
hold on 1 second. I need to go back on that. She brings up a very good point here. She brings up an excellent point, and I need to go back on that. Okay.
And for just as long, we've been disregarded, gaslit, and told to stop complaining. Now suddenly dark-skinned men want to cry victim. And I think it's very important that we as Black women don't get swept up into that narrative. This video is about peeling back those layers of hypocrisy, examining why dark-skinned women are so forgiving towards men who have harmed them.
And that's a very good point. But it's not just dark-skinned women that are so forgiving about being, about the men that harm them. Because if you remember right, I played a video where a young lady who was a lawyer who basically got her butt whooped by her significant other. And her sisters took the monster's side of the story, which is weird, but that's the way it is. But it plays into this thing where basically it's not just black women, exoticals, whatever. Nobody really, period, should take abusive behavior. And the problem is that that's why black men complain the most, is because in our community, black men have been allowed by society to abuse women the most. No, white men don't get this kind of, believe it or not, white men don't get the same kind of leash that black men get when it comes to domestic abuse. No, man. Well, look what happened. Look what happened with Club Shay Shay. Shannon Sharp. Now, yes, Shannon Sharp is black, but he was at a status level where he surpassed a lot of other Caucasian men's status level. Yeah, nobody wanted to talk about this shit, did you? So, but that 19-year-old young Caucasian woman, oh no, sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. They're not letting you they're not having that. White men, the white society, I should say, they're not going to just like accept that shit. Do men slide by? Oh, absolutely. But for the most part, our community accepts women being abused more than probably any other community here in the United States. Now, of course, I know there are people who will argue other parts of the world which we're not in. Yeah, it gets pretty bad. Middle East, where they be rocking people, you know. But for the United States, I cannot think of a culture of men that treat their women worse. And that's something we need to work on as men. We don't need to don't get mad at me for looking at the stats and goes, geez, looks like we're number one in domestic violence. Don't get mad at me for just looking at the facts. You don't even have to believe me. I tell you what. Go to the crime channels. Go to the crime channels. Type in, you'll if you type in a crime channel and say domestic abuse, African Americans or black people, you'll be up all week watching that. And it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. But here we go.
And why we must stop falling for this endless cycle of false solidarity. Before we get too deep into breaking this all down, I want us to take a step back and actually look where this conversation started, or at least where I'm seeing it start. We're going to watch 2 TikTok videos that really set the tone for this whole discussion around colorism, dark-skinned black men, and how these dynamics keep playing out in our community. After we watch them, we'll come back and I'll give my full thoughts.
I'm not taking this conversation of colorism by dark-skinned black men seriously.
Susie Bear in the mix. It's good seeing you, Susie Bear.
Because the only reason y'all talking about it, because y'all starting to realize y'all are falling out of trend. That's the only, listen, because I'm going to keep it about you. Mind you, black men will all the time about racism. They'll all the time about, how everybody's discriminating them for being black men, even black women. Woo, woo, woo. Black women don't do this and black women don't do that, right? Now, all of a sudden, you're complaining about colorism and you face colorism worse than black women, but you never say nothing about it, right? Black men as a whole never actually said nothing about colorism. Right? They just always try to minimize it when black women talked about it, right? When we always talked about it, colorism, this, colorism, that, they always say it was a preference. All of a sudden, you realizing you're falling out of trend and then white men be back to their own peoples. Now we got to give a colorism. I don't care. Anybody want to hear that? Now y'all want to victimize yourselves for being dark skinned because dark skinned nigga hit no more. Like, we don't care. Like, we don't. Personally, I don't give a shit about you. I don't care. Right? Fascism rising. Of course, you're going to fall out of style. Braids going to fall out of style. Black culture is going to fall out of style with these niggas. Right? That's how trends work. Now, that's how trends work. Y'all knew this shit before, but you was cool hanging in it. You was cool talking dark-skinned black women. Say dark-skinned black women being color towards y'all. But If we were being colorist, so was the other bitches anyways, but they ran straight to them. So you was cool with colorism because niggas was still calling y'all black as fuck. They were still making fun of dark skin. Y'all just didn't care because the bitches were coming. The bitches were running. But now the political atmosphere changing. Dark skinned niggas ain't in style no more. Light skinned niggas with light eyes about to fall back into place. Right? Like they about to fall back into their usual place. Now we gotta care about colorism. I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna hold you. I really do not care.
I'm having a hard time sympathizing, empathizing, whatever you want to call it, with dark-skinned men complaining about colorism all of a sudden. Because maybe 99.9% of all the colorism I've experienced in my life has been from dark-skinned men. Not only that, right?
Bars. And not only dark-skinned men, but dark-skinned, ugly men. I'm telling you, for some reason, and I'm dark-skinned too. I'm medium dark. I'm not dark. I'm medium dark, you know? And so the thing is this. Shoot, I need to get more sun, really. I like myself when I'm darker, believe it or not. I like being darker. I need to get more sun. I need to go, get out there and do some fishing or something. Get myself a double tan. But anyway, that's the funny thing. And the funny thing is that black men, we are falling into a situation where we're just finding anything we can complain about. And the problem is that the persons who, what should I say, support us the most, you want to harass them. You want to talk smack about them. The very women that are there supporting you the most, you talk smack about. You got to think about that. Susie Bear says, never GAF about black men's colorism. Other races of men who love black women don't play that smack. Yep, true. It's not only that, it's dark skinned, fat men. Susie Bear ain't having it. Yep. Deontay says dark skinned men will always be attractive. I love getting darker in the summer. Me too. It's the ugly men who complain. Exactly. I mean, basically, yes. Yeah, Idris Elba is very dark. But again, he's attractive. So that's one thing. So I think I think we all can agree with my theory that covers all is ugly, fat, dark-skinned men that complain. Now, remember that's not the problem. I've seen men that are heavy set, that are dark, that are not the best looking, but they find somebody because they have a kind heart. Now, they better hold on to that woman and whatever, but they have a kind heart. So that can happen. Ghost in the house, milk chocolate, skins in the house. Darnell's in the house. Darnell, thank you for the $10 super chat. Speaking of colorism, talk about what's going on with Lisa Cook. I know nothing about her. First black woman appointed to the Fed. She is being accused of fraud. Bro, wait a minute. We're on colorism. Wait, Trump wants her fired because it's so so frivolous. Oh, okay. That's not really color. That's more like gracism more so. Not really colorism. Colorism's kind of, believe it or not, to me, in my opinion, colorism is something that's intra-community. Don't get me wrong. You'll get some Caucasian dude who might say, oh yeah, I only like light-skinned black women. But I'm sorry, there'll be more black men that will be colorist like that. In fact, I got a perfect example of that lined up right here. This dude right here, remember him? Remember him? Let me play him for a minute.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as for the title, guys.
Okay, wait, let me fast forward that. Fast forward that. I want to get to the point right here.
Us Bucket had to say, listen to what Shonda had to say, and then we will come back with more.
Okay, well, I don't allow.
Okay. Look at this dude right here. He is always good for a roast. Let me bring up the volume a little bit. Here we go.
Well, I don't allow women. Okay. White women are quiet. Black women are loud.
Once again, I don't need you to mention or disrespect black women. There's loud women in every culture. So can you move forward without mentioning race or ethnicity?
Spoiler alert, he couldn't. And he eventually got kicked off of this dating show because every time the host asked him about the different qualities or characteristics he wanted in a woman, the first words out of his mouth are, "See, black women." Him repeatedly bashing black women to this panel of all white women was a part of his dating strategy. He's looking for a white woman who also hates black women. And by the look of some of those unpopped balloons, there were clearly some of them there. At some point, I'm like, Ref, do something.
Yeah. Let me fast forward it. Fast forward. Let's go back into it. Just in case you thought it was just a glitch on your screen, let's go back into it.
Yes.
Without color.
I like nice hair. Well, I could rub my fingers through it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
White women, hair silky. Black women, nappy wigs falling all off at the club. You know what I mean? Dry.
You're being disrespectful. Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna ask you to leave if you can't be respectful.
Well,
so okay.
Have a good one.
Okay. If you can't,
I keep it real. All right.
Okay. It doesn't matter. That's.
And that's this is who y'all have to deal with. Black women, I don't know how you do it. I really don't. Because he's not an exception to the rule. Darnell says, DJ, she is the only black woman appointed to the Fed in the 112-year history. She will be the first Fed chair to be fired. Yeah, you know, but Darnell, that's not colorism. That's grace. Graceism. That's grace. That's bigotry. That's big. Let's agree on bigotry. Tiffany in the house. Ghost in the house. Yeah. Let's. That's Yep. That, but it's yep. I cannot stand the dude. Hello, DJ. Hey there, amazing people in the chat. Tiffany is in the house. So anyway, Tiffany, what we're going over right now is this dude right here who is basically worshiping other races of women, which is fine, but the way he's doing it isn't. He can worship who he wants. That's his business. But then when he makes it other people's business, I got to get on to his business. Here we go.
Yes.
Without color.
I like nice hair. Well, I could rub my fingers through it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
White women, hair silky. Black women, nappy wigs falling all off at the club. You know what I mean? Dry.
You're being disrespectful. Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna ask you to leave if you can't be respectful.
Well,
so okay.
Have a good one.
Okay. If you can't,
I keep it real. All right.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
And that's always the excuse that we use is I keep it real, right? It's like when black men, when we cheat on somebody, oh, I keep it real. I just told her this and that. Let me drop the link because I'm getting out of here in about an hour. So I want to make sure everybody gets to say what they need to. Boom, right there. Tonight we are going over dating experiences. So if you want to talk about it, you can come up to the panel. If you want to just chat about it, feel free to do so in the chat. And if you catch this on replay, feel free to put your comments in the comment section. We got all sorts of options here. But Darnell, I'll tell you what, we will definitely have a show on the bigotry season that's going on right now in the United States. Because yes, I do understand your disappointment and your anger. You should be angry at what's going on. It's just tonight's more about dating. We're in the dating frame tonight. But we will definitely go over that. Tiffany says, what? Oh, you got to be kidding me. His loss, his huge loss, his gigantic loss. Man. Anyway, Tiffany says, someone has to be studying black male self-hatred in their doctoral work. The mirror needs to be held up to these men. Bars. Exactly. And let me play that again. You know, something goes, you might have been, you might have been missing out on somebody like this. So it may not be a big deal.
Without color.
I like nice hair. Well, I could rub my fingers through it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
White women, hair silky. Black women, nappy wigs falling all off at the club. You know what I mean? Dry.
You're being disrespectful. Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna ask you to leave if you can't be respectful.
Well,
so okay.
Have a good one.
Okay. Yeah. If you can't,
I keep it real. All right.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he keeps it real. I bet you did. I still look good and had a big old ribeye. Absolutely. But dang, I was really looking forward, Ghost, to you telling your story of having a positive interaction, and I'm disappointed. It's definitely his loss, but I guess, I don't know. Common sense is not common. Ghost says, the funny part, dude was still trying to talk to me. Yeah. Isn't that? Oh man. Did he at least call you before the date started and said, hey, I got to do something else? Or what happened? What happened? Let me know. Tiffany goes, Corsair, he did not stand you up. His loss, your gain. From being saved from that mess. I am so sorry you had that happen to you, but yuck. Now, just so you guys know, a couple shows ago, Ghost, had her, video on, and she's gorgeous. So whatever these fake excuses these dudes make, it's a fake excuse. It doesn't matter how good or anything. It's their own character. It's the man's character that will, how should I put it, dictate how you're treated. Not how you look, not where you're from, not what the money you have. It's the man's character. That's the best I could put it. Anyway, let me get back to this. Just so you guys know, this is Charleston White, red pill leader, cuffed up. Just want to let you know. And what is next? Oh, we're back to this. I'm sorry for the whole sidebar and everything. Here we go.
It's been dark-skinned men telling us for literally the last 5 years on this app alone that it's a preference. It's a preference. It's a choice. We can have preferences. I prefer light-skinned women. I prefer. So now all of a sudden, y'all have this profound experience with colorism on the dating scene. All of a sudden, y'all have been deemed unworthy of being in relationships. I'm confused, right? So in my mind, either one or two things are true. Either you're making this shit up, right? Either you're blatantly.
Let's pause for a minute. Let's talk some more about this situation going down with Ghost. Now, let me tell you, not only is Ghost gorgeous, but she's very talented. Very talented. Okay, let me just say that. Okay, but he called and said he would be late since he wanted to shower. Last I checked, you don't have to wait for if your date's at 8:00, usually you start showering at 6:30, 7:00. I don't know. Then 30 minutes later, he was fixing something to eat at his place, saying he should go to bed. What the heck? What the heck?
DJ, black folks are on black people time sometimes.
I think, but what? How does that explain him? 30 minutes later, he was fixing something to eat at his place, saying he should go. He should go to bed. What the heck? But remember now, he agreed to the date, and then he said it was going to be on CP time, right?
Yep.
And then, so she's like, okay, fine, CP time. I mean, it's the evening. I understand. Then he calls her up again 30 minutes later saying, I'm going to fix me something to eat at home. I mean, Darnell, I'm going to let you play. You love playing the devil's advocate. Go for it, man. Go for it.
I mean, I don't see where I can play devil's advocate on this one. I mean, this is just obviously it sounds like he just wasn't interested, or he was playing some kind of game.
Now, here's the interesting part. He's still calling her now. He's still calling her now.
I wonder if he's using her just for recreational use.
It was going to be their first date. What? It was their first date. They were going to dinner.
But but you said he's still calling her now, right? Like, so after.
No, they still haven't met yet in person.
Right.
You see
I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying is I'm wondering if he's just trying to do just enough, you see what I'm saying?
So what you're saying is that he probably I'm gonna, and let me know if I'm wrong about this assumption. Basically he canceled because he probably had something else going on or someone else going on, and he wants to put Ghost into the recreational use department. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know the man, but it's a possibility. So I mean, something's going on. You don't just make plans, cancel, and then continue to, talk. I mean, that's just kind of lame. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna make something to eat. I'm gonna go to bed, and then continue to talk. After the fact. I mean, it's one thing to say, hey, I apologize. Something came up. But I want to make it up to you and take you out, we could do something, I'll take you out to a nice restaurant or something to make it up. But and from what I'm hearing so far, I'm not hearing that.
Tiffany says, Corsia is very gorgeous, and we know she's brilliant. Many Black men do not deserve to have access to the beauty and energy of a Black woman. Bars. Outdate was to get the steaks instead. Okay. Let me see. Charleston White gives me PDF gravy vibe. Gravy vibes. He's gross. Talented and leggy. She's breaking it down.
He is Charleston White is a self-admitted rapist. So
yeah. So Jizzy's got a word on this. Jizzy's saying, growing up, I saw dudes rush to get light-skinned girls pregnant, mostly if they was darker. They had a lot of body. Hey, just what I saw, I think he meant to say.
So I think he's trying to say back in his day, light-skinned women were the preferred option. Is that what he's saying? I'm not understanding his message.
Yeah, that's a good assumption.
I mean, back in I say like the the 80s, you know, there was a ring of truth to that, where it seemed like, especially you saw it in the music industry, you know, it was like the lighter skinned girls were like the, you know, they seemed to be more attractive, you know, or at least I'm not saying they were more attractive, but what I'm saying is that like, it's like, they were seen, they fit the beauty standard more. Like you could tell there's definitely bias towards darker skin. They weren't seen as beautiful, and you know, darker skinned women weren't seen as beautiful in the 80s. It was like light skin, like Vanity Six, and I don't think was Apollonia black. I don't think she was
I'm
black.
not sure.
You know who I'm talking about? Prince's old girl.
Oh, Apollonia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not
I mean,
sure.
yeah, she was glorified.
Yeah. But I mean, that's how the beauty standards were back then. You know, I think Whitney Houston was the first. You know, she broke the mold. You know, in the music industry, and you could say the same thing when it came to Halle Berry in the film industry before.
Oh wait,
her.
we're going to go over some of that. I got Halle in the mix. So
Okay.
Wait, let me continue to play this. Here we go. Wait, let me read why I seek knowledge. Black men have always been proud to claim light skin, good hair as their preference. I quizzed a guy once, asked him if he thought he was ugly, and if not, why not crave a lady that looks like him? Good point. Good point. Here we go.
Lying, or you hate dark-skinned Black women so much that when we were speaking on our experiences, instead of sympathizing, empathizing, and adding to the conversation, you chose to minimize our experiences and feign to it not existing, not being a real thing. Either way, I'm confused, right? If this is a systemic issue that's been going on, why are y'all just now talking about it? Like, I'm so confused.
Dang. Ghost says, before I blocked him, the Kenyan called and was like, hey, beautiful, let's try again tonight.
I'm really confused. I'm trying to understand it, right?
That's like crazy. It's like he thought he had some game, I guess.
It's not easy to understand. What it sounds like to me, what y'all have been doing is perpetuating the very hate that you have been receiving from non-dark-skinned women, right? It seems like the light-skinned women and the white women have been handling y'all ass, fucking y'all behind closed doors, being with y'all behind closed doors, but really not wanting y'all ass, treating y'all like sex slaves, objectifying y'all. But up until this point, you enjoyed it, right? Oh, I can get any bitch I want. I can fuck any bitch I want. It's been enjoyable up until this point. And because of that, you have been using your desirability, right? Sexual desirability over the heads of dark-skinned Black women, telling us that you don't need us, right? Because you got all this tang, all this cootie cat chasing you. That's the nonstop rhetoric I've heard for 5 years from you. Now all of a sudden you feel harmed.
Or what I heard on Razor's channel, those dirty dogs, those men that fly, to other places, to go to the red light district. They say they have to settle for Black women. Darnell, I couldn't believe those mofos said that. That as low down, dirty, and as promiscuous as those men are, and I could say that. I can say that. I can call those passport bros promiscuous because their primary goal is to get laid. It's their primary goal. And the number of women is like their flex. Am I right or am I wrong?
No. You right about that. But what's sad is I don't see how, banging pros is a flex. Like normally you get made fun of for that. I mean, but then again, these dudes are lying too, all the damn time talking about, you know, I never pay. But you know, they be bragging about what they doing, and it's like, man, come on, man, we all know. And then you're showing us all the red light spots. Never where to go eat. Never a history museum. No nothing. You know, at least one thing I can say, when Black women travel, at least, you know, they really travel.
Yes. They're going to try all the foods. They're going to try all the restaurants. They're going to go to the beach. They're going to go on tours. They're going to go to the museums.
Mm-hmm.
They do all of that.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I don't see that on no black man's travel channel.
That's true. Here we go.
I'm at a loss for words. You have been perpetuating the very harm that you claim to have receiving onto dark-skinned Black women. Yikes. I actually switched my type to light skins when I was in high school. There's too much nuance to this conversation. I'm really having a hard time wrapping my mind around it. I swear to God, I really am. But the crazier part to me is that y'all are saying that it's dark-skinned Black women perpetuating these behaviors. I find that hard to believe. I think a lot of unattractive men, they use Black women as their punching bag, whether it's physical or not. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I've seen, like, there was one guy on a few lives. I was on a live with him a few lives ago. Told us a story about how he got curved by he approached a couple of Black women, and I guess they called him I can't remember, like Goofy or something like that. Nobody believed his story. But anyway, check this out. So they called him Goofy or whatever, right? Or corny or something to that effect. Waited 20 minutes. According to this guy, he said white women came by, apologized, bought him, paid for his meal and stuff like that. In some kind of way, these Black women stayed for 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes to say, oh, you were a race traitor and all this other stuff. I'm like, come on, man. When ain't nobody buying that story. If those women thought you were lame, you really think they're going to sit there for 20 minutes and wait to call you a lame? Or, I'm sorry, a race traitor? Get out of here. It's just, what's going on is you got too many people, doing these videos, and everyone's is regurgitating what they see online.
True. All right, we're going to go to the next segment. Ugly men and even some women fat shaming. Let's get into it.
A lot of people have been wondering about my new fitness journey and what I've been doing, and I've been really...
Pause this for 1 second. Now, this is my thing about weight. If you want to be big, by all means you can, because there's plenty of people on other sides that are just as big that love themselves. The key is that, do you love yourself? Men that are ugly inside hate just about everything. Mm-hmm. And there are some women who are ugly inside as well. On the screen here is obviously tennis legend Serena Williams. She's going to tell you about her fitness thing, because she can be a thick girl at times. She can be very thick. Her sisters are thick. She can be very thick.
I thought Venus was the thicker one. Wasn't Venus? Yeah, Venus.
Well, she slimmed down now. Well, let's hear from him.
And I've been really open about me being on GLP-1s.
Serena Williams making a big weight loss.
Wait, let me pause. I tell you one thing though. A Black tennis player who is a little, she's thick too. She had no problem beating that Karen's ass yesterday.
Lost confession on Thursday's Today Show. She's using weight loss shots to shed those stubborn pounds.
After having my first kid with Olympia, and then, in particular, after having the second kid, I was never able to be at a healthy weight that I could be at, whether it was my joints or blood sugar levels. It was just always something that I suffered with. I think it's really important to define yourself and to defy labels and to be yourself.
For Serena, being herself means training like the world-class athlete that she is. But even that wasn't working.
I'm playing professional tennis. I'm literally training 5 hours a day. And I would always work my way to one point at the scale.
Wow. And this, at least in this photo, she's tiny. She
Yeah,
is
like I
tiny.
said, I could have swore Venus was the thicker one. Serena was, I know she was thick, but not that. But she was like the more slimmer sister, though, I thought.
No,
I might have it backwards, maybe.
Yeah, let's check and see. Here we go.
And it would never go below that. And so for me, eventually when GLP-1s came out.
Ghost says Venus is the smaller sister. She has autoimmune disease and retired. Oh, okay.
I was like, no way, no how, that's not for me. I looked at it as a sport. I can't be.
Why Seeking Knowledge, have a wonderful family gathering tonight. It was a pleasure having you here. Let's keep it going, y'all. Here we go.
This opponent, no matter what I do, I have to try something different. Tried something different. It didn't work. And so eventually I just, I saw my friends using it. I saw a lot of people on it and I tried it and it actually worked.
I've always tried to really be myself and to defy that, what you're supposed to be like and what you're supposed to act like. And that's really encouraging and influence for other people as well.
And Serena hopes other people take note of her transparency and do the same.
A lot of people are on it.
Right. And don't talk about it.
And don't talk about it. And so I'm like, well, why are we questioning? We should just talk about it and be totally open. I've been kind of open most of my life. And I just feel like, what, there's no need to just not deny it. I mean, it is what it is. And, I love how I'm feeling now. We're not lying about it.
You want to hear something? When it comes to the Williams sisters, they have not had any drama. Other than, the regular bigotry stuff on whatever, they have not had any family drama or anything like that. That's pretty amazing for somebody, for them. They've had a career, 20 years they've been at it? That's pretty
Something
damn
like
good.
that,
Yeah. Coke bottles in the house. Go says. Here we go.
Anymore, right?
Serena tells People magazine she's since lost 31 pounds and plans to continue the weekly injections as needed. She's also training for a half marathon and vows to continue serving more.
Wait a minute. Serena, wait, you guys got to see this. She got a six-pack going on. 1, 2, 3. Yep. 4, 5, 6. Wow. Hey, good for her. You don't have to. But if you want to, look up Serena.
Fire gym selfies.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah. But then we have the fat shamers. The fat shamers. There's no other way I can put it. Disgusting, mentally broken people who are defective in their own right, shaming others. They shouldn't even be bothered. Look, if to me, it's like this: when men fat shame women, it's a disgusting thing, because basically a lot of them themselves are overweight. But when a woman does that, that just gets to me.
By now, you've probably heard that obesity among the Black American female.
Chaz Charday in the house.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, DJ, I gotta disagree with you on the fat shaming, man. I believe in fat shaming. I'm sorry. In fact, hell, I'm starting to pick up a few pounds myself. So you want to start fat shaming me, please be my guest. You know what I'm saying?
This is how I see it. Fat shaming has nothing to do with fat. It has more to do with being evil. And why I'm saying this is because, number one, why would anybody worry about somebody else's weight? And especially if you're, I don't walk around. I'm more concerned with how that person interacts with me. than, you know, whether they're big or small. And the fact that somebody is fat shaming somebody else, to me, it's almost like the same as being bigoted, shaming somebody for being black or shaming somebody for being of a different race. It's basically the same. The only difference is that, yeah, if you wanted to, as a human being, you could really change. You don't have to permanently be like that. There's nothing I can do about my skin. I could lighten it up, I guess. But bottom line is I'm dark.
Yeah.
So the thing I need to reiterate is, like, one, if somebody is not to your liking, then why mention them at all? Why didn't you just move on?
Oh no, I'm not insinuating, walk up to random people and that you don't know and you're fat, you're ugly, or stuff like that.
Right.
But like people I know, like my sister, she weighs 300 pounds. Not healthy. Not healthy at all.
But the thing is, I understand. And the key is you should ask her, are you comfortable with your weight? Are you comfortable with the way you are? Because there are ways that you can lose that. But you don't fat shame, if you know what I mean. Because for some people, what happens is a spiral happens where they go through emotional things, which makes them eat. And that spiral makes things worse. And then all of a sudden they look in the mirror and they're feeling even worse. So they even eat more. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, if that's what your sister is going through, then do what you can to make her feel better about herself and let her know in a positive way options she has to change her life for the better. It's that simple. Now, if she ain't listening, she ain't listening. There ain't nothing you can do about it. But that's the way you rock it right there. I can be straight up expertise on that because I used to be a fitness trainer. I used to change people the way they look. I was very good at it. It was a hell of a long time ago, but I was very good at it. Had my own little shop and everything. So that's what I would tell people is, like, if you want to change, you can. But if you like the way you are, you love the way you are, but you still want to change, you can. If you want to stay the same, you can.
I mean, you can.
But you know what you can't change?
What's that?
You can't change if you're a fucked up person. It is harder. You are better off. And what I mean is this, Darnell, don't get me wrong. If somebody goes to therapy, they can change themselves. But I guarantee you, a person who's messed up in the mind, it'll take longer for you to fix your mind than for somebody else to lose 200 pounds. Because it's a part of you. If you're an evil person and you discriminate against people or you say disgusting things about other people, especially people who don't know you from a can of paint, you're a fucked up person. You're a disgusting person. And that takes decades to change. Of serious, like, that person would literally have to say to themselves, you know something, I'm effed up and I'm a messed up person. I need to change. That takes a lot. That takes usually a near death experience or quite the epiphany for somebody to change the way they are. And that's why I'm saying, really, that's the disgusting thing about fat shamers, is that basically they're more disgusting than what they think about somebody else's weight.
Yeah, but DJ, but to me, DJ, it's like, okay, somebody I really care about, you know, and again, and it might be because even in the Army, they do the same thing. They shame the
I'm
hell
sorry
out
to
of
cut you off, but we're talking about a different thing. I'm talking about somebody who don't even know your sister. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, a stranger. Yeah,
Yeah, a
a
stranger walking up and going, and that's what I'm talking about here. Is I'm talking about people who don't even know these other people from a can of paint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I would never walk up to somebody that I don't know. Oh, you're fat. You're disgusting. I would never do that.
Yeah, but there are people who actually will. There are people that actually will. And here's one right here. Let's let Chaz Tarday talk some shit to us. Here we go. Chaz, take it away.
Female population is at the highest. I have covered this also exclusively, but now you've probably heard that there is an issue of obesity in America. And unfortunately, Black American women are the most obese of all. I have broken this down in previous videos where I've talked about and why I believe health is important and why I do think that there needs to be a lot more emphasis, not necessarily on trying to be skinny or have the perfect body, but on the importance of incorporating healthy lifestyle.
Now, here's the weird thing. I actually agree with what she's saying, the way she's delivering it right now. But this is the problem I have with Chaz. She's going to go right back to dissing Black women for something else, whether it's wearing a wig or whether it's dating outside their race or some other shit. But let's let her. Right now, I have no problem with what she's saying. If it's going to, if your health, your weight is going to affect the quality of life you're living, then absolutely, a trainer or a fitness program is I would suggest.
Diet, exercise, all of that matter. With that said, I came across this video of a woman who wanted to talk about why losing weight in this economy is unrealistic. I haven't listened to the video, but I'm curious her perspective. So let's hear what she has to say, and then we will go from there.
I don't see how y'all can look around at everything that's going on in this country and honestly, with your whole chest, tell Black women to lose weight.
I don't know what the state of the country has to do with taking care of your body.
It's called stress. I'll break it. I'll take it from here, Chaz. There's something called cortisone. Cortisone and a bunch of other chemicals. Well, let's just say they're not really good for a whole lot of things. You need it, but too much of it causes bad things on your body. Cortisone comes from like stress, lack of sleep, bad, it comes from a lot of stuff. And as you saw in the video, not my video, but the video of the Williams sisters, Serena, this time, she was working out 5 hours a day and the weight would not move. It would not budge. The cortisone, it can do some damage. It can what happens is it tells your body not to let go of the fat cells. In so many words, I'm ultra simplifying it. Definitely go to a fitness video channel and they can break it down to you deep. Ghost says it perfectly. Stress, financial challenges, access and quality to health care. Yep. Basically, you can diet, but if you're living a rough life, that weight ain't going. You can still make it go, but it's going to be harder. Mm-hmm. And you saw Serena say it for herself. She was playing tennis like 5 hours a day. Now, I don't know about you, but if you play tennis, and if you don't play tennis much, or if even try to play tennis, you'll be winded within a couple minutes. I guarantee you.
Oh, I
You
know.
know,
I
unless somebody
played
hits the
tennis in
ball
high
straight
school.
to you, you know, you're going to be winded.
Yep. I played
And
tennis in high
so,
school. I know that tired feeling.
yeah. So let's keep playing. Let's see if Chaz is gonna. You know, I will give Chaz props if she keeps this positive. Let's see where we go here.
I believe that you should try to take care of your body, regardless of whether or not the country is at peace or at rest or whatever. Like, as long as you have access to some food and can physically walk or do something with your body, I think it is a good idea to try to maintain your temple. To me, that is not dependent upon whether or not.
Well, Chaz, you know, me looking at the way you are now, you know, I think you lose another 10 pounds. So what's your problem? What's your problem? That's basically what F shaming is. It's like looking at somebody and just, if you don't like the way they look, you're supposed to just continue to go on. You see what I'm saying? Well, Chaz, your nose is kind of big. Your hair looks funny. That's shaming in general. And the problem is that's a big problem. And it's biggest in our community. But let's see where she goes with it. I mean, I understand she's just kind of like, it's just her point of view, but let's see where it goes.
There's a Republican in office or there's a Democrat in office or like that. That to me doesn't determine.
So she's saying you should be able to fight through the stress, and not a lot of people can do that.
I mean, but you
What's
got to
funny to
try.
me-
You got to make the effort, you know.
Yeah. But here's the strange thing to me. Black women are the most obese by what she's saying, right? Guess who's right behind black women?
Black men. Yeah,
And
it's just our culture.
and
man.
remember that we are probably one of the most active individuals in the United States, and we're still number 2. You see what I'm saying? That's weird if you think about it. We play sports more. We naturally usually have the leanest bodies in the United States, but we're number 2 in obesity.
Well, I mean, not every one of us plays sports. That's the.
I understand
thing you gotta
that,
account
but
for.
you see where I'm coming from. We got a
Yeah.
lot of representation of there. Let's put it this way: there are more black male athletes, okay, in the United States than there are black female athletes. Would you say I'm correct there?
You said more black male athletes than black female athletes?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. So, and they're probably in shape, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So that means that we should have it should be like black women, 70% obese, right? Then black men should be like 30% obese, 35%. Cut it down to 50%, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. Black men are like right behind the black women at like 60%.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, our diet it's horrible, DJ.
Yes,
I mean, everything
absolutely.
is fat. You know, I mean, hell, even soul food. You know, no pun intended with the movie, but like, you know, soul food. Let's face it, it's something that you should not eat. Really, you know what I'm saying?
I don't
is
know
cooked
about
in-
that. Some fried catfish, my man. Oh my God.
I love fried catfish. I remember I used to live in Alabama. They used to fry pork chops in Crisco. You remember the can of lard?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. You fry anything in that can of lard, boy, was it good.
Let's see what that Chez got to say. Here we go.
Determine somebody's ability to try to take care of their body. But that's just me. Let's continue.
That seems like the most foolish thing.
Now, here's the funny thing. Chaz's channel has mostly men on it. It's like 90-10. 90% men, 10% women. You'd think she put something on to save her men that are obviously depressed because they're too big. You'd think she put something on for them too. You don't see her on here, criticizing overweight 60% of the black male population.
Yeah.
You don't see her doing that, which would be more helpful for her channel. If she makes men happier about themselves by helping them lose weight, then you would think that, okay, my subscribers will stay here, because I gave these men some positive input. No, you know what she does? She goes in on women, which has, basically has nothing to do. Women losing weight on her channel has nothing to do with her channel. Her channel is a smoke show.
Oh, okay. Smoke show.
Okay, her channel is a
entertaining
smoke
men.
show for men. Imagine Chantel Simone or Crimson Cure. She's in that genre. Chaz is in that genre. In fact, I think they're friends. So logically, it would make more sense for her to show how men can lose weight. She ain't slick. She ain't slick to me.
Person could do at this point in time.
Okay.
And here's my point. The thing is that Chaz wants to diss the woman for not wanting to lose weight during a time of stress and all this kind of stuff. But she's speaking to a group of men that don't want to do anything for themselves because the man is holding them down. The economy's holding them down. Black women are not giving them respect. So it's okay for her to criticize black women for not wanting to change because they're stressed out about external effects. But when it comes to black men, oh no, their complaint about black women is valid. That's what's going down. Next. But this one's for you, Chaz. I know they're gonna make you happy.
She wasn't looking for love, just a break, a breath, a warm June day in Croatia, surrounded by friends, sun, and sea. And then there he was, Martin, a quiet, thoughtful soul from Denmark, traveling alone, not searching, but something about her, Onyeka, stopped him. They talked, laughed, connected, no numbers exchanged, no kiss, just a hug, the kind that says, I know you.
Wait a minute. I thought Chaz said to me, well, to many people, that white men are not checking for black women. This must be an accident. My bad. That's a one-off, right? That was a one-off. I understand. How about this?
I haven't talked to my dad in like a good maybe 7 years.
I wouldn't give a damn if he was purple.
Those were the last words a dying mother said to her daughter about the white man she fell in love with. Words of courage, words of truth, words that carried a legacy of love in a...
Oh, Chaz is loving me now. Chaz Charday? Yes. Caucasian men do check for black women. Ain't nothing you can do about it either. Some men are just, I'm not saying all the men, because remember, Darnell, we went over the numbers. What, 5%?
5% of what?
5% of white men like black women.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
And
5%, they do marry him. So,
Yeah, that's plenty enough, right? That's plenty. Yeah. So I wanted to throw this up there because, Chaz be saying, what? First she says that women are supposed to lose weight, and then all women are only, well, I guess since she's criticizing those who, date out. I'm not going to say the word divesting anymore. And the reason why is because men do it more than women. I don't see men being called divestors. So women shouldn't be called divestors. Women are just checking out their options, just like men do. Just like our friend right here. Just like our good friend right here. Just like our good friend right here.
Nice hair. Well, I could rub my fingers through it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
White women, hair silky. Black women, nappy wigs falling all off at the club. You know.
So Chaz has no problem with this nigga right here.
Yeah, I'm actually glad you played that again. While I was.
You want me to
up
play
here,
it from the
'cause-
top?
No.
I'll play it from the
I saw
top.
it. I saw it earlier. I saw it when you played it earlier. I was just saying, I'm glad you played it again because I wanted to chime in on that. At first, look, if you have a preference for white women, if that's your thing, I'm not going to get mad at you. But when you start going overboard, talking about wigs and and start to be insulting the way he did, I mean, he went way too far. I have no issues with preferences. Okay, you like what you like. It is what it is. But you don't have to shame a whole demographic of women. While you have your so-called preferences at that point.
Yeah, and Ghost brings up a good point. Okay, they check, but you have to make sure they are not fetish freaks because I'm sure you don't want a fetish freak. So yeah, she's on point.
Yeah,
but out of the 5% is non-fetish freaks. That's everything. But the 5% that we got down to in our debate, we had a couple videos ago, is including just Caucasian men that just love black women. It's not a fetish. It's just what they like, if you know what I mean. It's their preference. That's what.
But I don't think the number is 5% that have a preference for black women. I just think more or less, like when it comes to us as men, man, a lot of times, a normal dude, we just don't discriminate.
Okay.
We'll
Gotcha.
date anything.
Got you. Okay. So then in that case, with your argument, which I will concede to, the percentage of a black woman finding somebody else of another race, let's say, is pretty moderate if they wanted to do that, but most black women don't.
Yeah, I do agree. Black women are the most race loyal when it comes to dating. They are the most. I mean, they beat every demographic. I mean, but again, it's one of those things. Like, okay, for me, for example, I'm not attracted to Asian women. You know what I'm saying? But if an Asian woman was here right now wanting to have sex with me, you think I'm going to say no? You know what I mean?
Not really. But I understand your point of view. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But Me Columbia says European men have fantasized black women for decades. Just look how they mistreated the African women's body back in the day. He's right.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany Jackson says this: good, kind people are attracted to good, kind people, regardless of race, age, socioeconomics, bars. Let's play our friend again one more time. Here we go.
Yes.
Without color.
I like nice hair. Well, I could rub my fingers through it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
White women, hair silky. Black women, nappy wigs falling all off at the club. You know what I mean? Dry.
You're being disrespectful. Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna ask you to leave if you can't be respectful.
Well,
so okay.
Have a good one.
Okay.
Thank
yeah.
you.
If you can't,
I keep it real. All right.
Okay. It doesn't matter. That's
going to be one of my favorite clips of all time. I mean, I don't have to even say anything. All I need to do is show how ignorant, a lot of men think that way. A lot of men are like that. So, Wise Economics breaks it down perfectly. Yes, I'm more energy, not on the 6 foot, 6 figures and things. Yep. Never works. Never works though, because they can take it for granted. Bars. He must hate his own. Yeah, Angela Reddick. He must hate his own nappy hair, and he does. And he does. Let me see what else we got in the mix here. So let me go into this. So Chaz isn't into this. Chaz is not into Black women divesting, and she's actually, I could safely say, an anti-divesting channel by most parts. And most of the people who go to her channel are anti-divesting men, even though probably at least half of them date out themselves. But they're sure happy with Nelly. They're sure happy with Nelly. They like Nelly. They like Nelly. Okay, let me bring it up just a little bit. Yeah, so instead of being, married happily, we have this. So my point is this. I mean, it's one thing to say, oh, yeah, Black women and black men, black love, black love. That's cool. I mean, that's fine. But you have to ask yourself, would you rather Ashanti be with Nelly, the hoe, or a one woman man, quite possibly maybe of another race? I don't know about you, but I would want Ashanti to be happy. And I don't see this is not going to work out. He already called her a B and some other things already, and they just got married. Ghost says, I'm gonna need that 6 foot partner. I got my own 6 figs, right on Corsia. But basically, yeah, Corsia is damn tall. She's what, 6'2" or something. So yeah. I mean, to me, and I'm not the tallest guy in the world, but I would say this: a woman who's tall, she has a right to date a tall man if she wants to. I mean, come on. I mean, don't get me wrong. A brother has not. I have not. I don't. What did No Fugazi said? I don't want to toot my own horn, but tall women tend to like me too. But I can totally understand a taller woman wanting a taller man. It makes logical sense to me, even though Kevin Samuels will say, oh, yeah, women are illogical. Well, oh, sorry, he passed away. Anyway, let me go on here. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's only seven dudes. Oh, wow. You know what I find interesting is the way that men, like they did this with Ciara, where she dated Future, and then after she dated Future, they said she was in the streets for dating Future, but they respect Future. Same dudes who were dissing Ciara for dating Future respect Future. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works at all, but that's what they do. Anyway, let me get to the next clip. I guess my point I'm making is like, if a man is of another race but is willing to treat a woman good, you should be applauding that man, regardless of what race you are as a man. Because especially if he's treating a black woman good, you know it's weird. A man that treats a black woman good, regardless of race, they will call that man a simp. That is the weirdest dynamic in the world, in my opinion. Angela Reddick says, and Shantae will soon realize that a bad mate does not get any better. Exactly. However, she may be too prideful to admit she picked bad and just move on. And it was funny, Angela, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm sure all the guys love it. I'm sure all the guys love it that that she picked that dust bucket, Nelly. Nelly, great entertainer, Nelly. Great entertainer. But just don't be around him when he gets mad. Tiffany says, and Shantae didn't look out for Shantae. Bars. She just listened to others and got scared and she was going to be left behind, and then she settled. Now that's what you call settling. Exactly. Why Seeking Knowledge, thank you so much. Member for 5 months. Thank you so much for being a member. We're gonna look in a little while. I'll be pumping out more videos. I'll be pumping them out. Anyway, let me keep going here. Yeah, here's Ciara right here. Wait, let me pause here. What you're about to see is a video of Ciara defending, gorgeous Ciara, right? Defending her man, who everybody calls a simp. Nelly gone hit you with that pimp juice.
What you want to ask? People say Russell Wilson is corny.
Mhm.
What's your honest reaction?
Oh
as a
my
wife?
gosh, that I don't have to even reply to that because like that. Why would I even respond to that? You know what I'm saying? Like I know what I know, and that's all that matters. But he is the most amazing human being you could know. The smartest, most intelligent Black man that I have ever known. And what you see with him is really who he is. And so it's beautiful, it's different. But I don't.
And it's interesting because that's the same thing. That's pretty much the same thing that Megan was saying about her boo. You know what I mean? That's the same thing that Megan was saying about her boo. It's different. It's different being treated with respect. It's different being loved and idolized. It's different for these, even for as famous as Ciara is, or Ashanti, or anybody. The problem in our community is that the men treat, no matter how successful women are, like crap. Look at Halle Bailey. Treated like crap. Keke Palmer treated like crap. Who was the person who dated the basketball player who goes both ways? I forgot her name. In perfect health. got cheated on. I don't get it.
don't gotta
Bother him
respond to
though.
that,
Doesn't
though.
bother him
Nah,
because I feel
nah,
like
nah,
he
nah.
gets it because he takes care of his wife.
And we've
Yeah,
had
nah,
conversations
nah.
up here
Yeah.
as men saying like, I don't understand why why he gets called a simp. or
Well, I think it
corny
depends on
because
who's.
he loves his
But
wife.
wait.
It's because men the problem is that men are not attracted. Red pill men are not attracted to Russell Wilson in a sexual way. And they want to be attracted to the men that they think women should date in a sexual way. Yes, I said that. These men want women to date men they want to date. I'm convinced. Otherwise, they'd be happy for the women. They'd be like, well, yeah, I mean, he's super nice. And I wouldn't be that nice to Ciara, but he's treating her good and she deserves to be treated good. They don't say that. They say, oh, wow, why is he dating her? Is she for the streets? Why was she for the streets? She's with your boy. She was with your boy before. You irresponsibly put a baby in her. Deontay breaks it down like this. This is where choice comes into play. We praise Ciara and Meghan for choosing the right man, but we can't blame women for choosing the wrong man when they see red flags. We do blame. Black women get blamed more than any other woman, I believe, for choosing wrong, to be honest with you. I'm just not going to do it here because I know why. See, the dynamic is this. Unfortunately, black women outnumber black men by enough of a number that it forces black women to take chances. Let's put it that way. Or to hope more for a man's humanity than that man deserves. Now, if black men outnumbered black women, I might debate, change my debate, but it's whether the quality is good or bad. It's when black women see, the thing is this: if black women wanted to date out more, they could choose better. But that's the only way it's going to happen because there's just not enough good black men to go around. As Darnell stated, 66% of black men are not the best choices for black women.
That's 66%. I don't think they're a choice for any woman.
I will agree to that. Tiffany breaks it down perfectly. Halle Bailey, Keke Palmer, Sky Jackson, Cautionary Tales for Black Women. Wendy Williams, Jill Scott, Mary J. Blige, Sherry Shepherd equals older ladies, cautionary tales. Bars. So let's move forward. I'm going to save that for another day.
This is to the 20-somethings. This is to the moms of daughters. This is to the moms of daughters that have teenagers, especially the ones that are about to go off to college. Remind your daughters not to give their 20s to some boy. Remind your daughters not to move in with some guy. So this young lady, she's 22. She says, am I overreacting? Told my boyfriend to go back to his mommy to be babied. Absolutely, you're not overreacting. I am totally sure, even without reading through the whole post, that I know exactly how this went. That's the reason why I am starting out with remind our daughters not to give their 20s to these dudes. Remind our daughters not to move in with these men. So she's 22, he's 22. She says, I told my boyfriend he needs to go back to his parents' house since he wants to be babied so badly. He feels I'm being mean. To give a lot of context, he has lived in my home for exactly a year now. Before that, he had his own apartment. He let go as we agreed to live together and split costs. About 2 months into living together, he called me from work and said he wanted to quit. I responded with, please don't, until you have another.
Why? So he moved in. Wait, let me move that back. I got to move that back.
Let go as we agreed to live together and split costs. About 2 months into living together, he called me from work and said he wanted to quit.
He got her good.
Yeah, when you're 22, best thing to do, stay with your parents. You know what I'm saying? Save your money. Don't be trying the roommate thing and all that,
right?
You know, or shack up with, you know, somebody that, you know, you're dating, because I'm be honest, you're more than likely both of you are probably broke, and it's just not going to work. One thing goes wrong, the rent don't get paid, you're SOL.
Yeah. You know what's funny though? You know how these men are out here calling other black women gold diggers. Well, apparently gold digging can be in reverse as well.
I responded with, please don't, until you have another job under you. I don't want to, and I will not take care of you. He swore up and down I wouldn't be, quit his job, and now has been unemployed for 10, going on 11 months.
Man, this is from Bourbon Bougie, by the way. She is breaking it down. And the thing is this is not a one-off, ladies and gentlemen. This happens a lot. A lot of men move in with the woman because the woman, she has to survive. So she lives a more stable life. A lot of people don't want to tell you this, but that's why black women are doing well and a lot of black men aren't. Black men, we take more chances than black women do. Black women do take chances, but it's usually like taking a chance on, let's say, a man that's not really worth their time, something like that. Black women, they know they can't, fight off monsters and shit in the streets, so they tend to be more stable the way they live. They get a job, they could do their job, they go to the job 5 days a week, they make their little money, they have either an apartment or something going on. Black men, we like to take chances with the money because we want to look good. We go out there, we start, buying cars we can't afford, spending our money because we can't afford it, whatever like that, because we are slaves. A lot of black men, we are slaves to our ego. We are slaves to our urge. We are slaves to our lust instead of being calculating, gentlemen, logical as per se we should be, and saying, okay, where do I want to be in 3 to 5 years? What should I do to be at that spot at 5 years? Instead of us thinking like that, like how should I put it? We have no impulse control. Let me spin it up some more. Here we go.
Since then, I have paid for all food and groceries, every single house bill, entertainment. I guess this is weed, his weed bill, nicotine. If it costs money, I'm paying for it. He's pitched in 50-50 for groceries, maybe 3 times.
This is Pookie right here.
Now, in this year span, I have gained custody of my 14-year-old sibling, giving me more to take care of emotionally and financially. I've told him over and over to get a job. I'm starting to struggle with money. I need support, etc. Eventually, I got to the point where I felt worn to the seams and have not been as nice as I used to be. I don't want the same affection or intimacy, and I snap on him over little things.
Let me pause right there. Oh, man. Okay, so we have 30 seconds to end the show. You know about my 2-hour limit, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, do I want to go over 2 hours tonight? Forget it. Let's keep it right. I'm gonna go over 2 hours. Okay. So anyway, here we go.
She brought up a very interesting subject right there. Did you hear what she said? Like, she's getting tired. She's beginning to snap on them quite a bit. That is how DV begins to start right there, you know. And again, I'm not blaming her for anything. I mean, that can be very frustrating, you know, to be trying to take care of a grown ass man that ain't pulling his weight. But that's how DV starts. And remember a few lives ago, DJ, I was saying DV typically, it doesn't just start off, you know, where a man comes home, hey, I want to beat my wife today, or a woman says, I want to scratch up my husband's face or anything. It's usually a culmination of a bunch of small things that
Gotcha.
start to spill over.
All right, everybody, link is dropped. I agree, but there is, remember when I was playing that video clip of that rapper who got deleted by the victims, the DV victim's brother? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, in that instance, the young girl who was the victim of the rapper, she was just on the bed minding her own business. In fact, I think one time she was asleep and the rapper just went off on her. Just walks in, hands and feet. So it doesn't necessarily mean that somebody has to snap at you. You do bring up a good point, and it's definitely something that probably happens a lot. But all dude had to do in any instance, all dude had to do is leave.
Yeah, which he should have left, but from this, I'm sorry, are you talking about this scenario or the video that we're going over now?
The video we're going over now.
Yeah, in this case, but you know, you're right. He all he has to do is leave, but let's face it, from what it sounds, I don't know the guy, but it sounds like, you know, he's a person that likes to use people.
Yep, you nailed it. You nailed it. Welcome to the stage, Deontay. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine, DJ. How you doing, Daniel?
I'm great, Dante. How about yourself?
I'm all right, man. I just caught the back end of this, and I was like, well, if we're going to go for over 2 hours, man, let me say something real quick. Because
it may not be way over 2 hours, but it's over. We're over 2 hours. So let's rock.
Yeah, I was just saying it's hard to get your point across when you the context of what you're saying when you just type it in the comments, you know. But what I was saying earlier in the comments, just about a few comments ago, about what the lady was saying about she told her daughter not to waste her 20s on a guy. Okay, I do agree with that if he's some sorry bum, right? But if you find a man, and I believe men should do this too, if you find a woman, a partner, right, in your 20s, and y'all clicking, I think y'all should just bag each other up right there. I hear a lot of people, especially men, are told, well, work the field, play the field. Well, no, but especially women shouldn't do that either, because we see, no matter what we want to say, we see it's hard for women to date in their mid-30s and older, especially if they have children. So why not, if you got a good man, when you're in your 20s, bag him up. Kendra G said that she admitted that she had a good man in college when she was 24, 25 who wanted to marry her, and she just didn't want to get married, and he went on and was successful and got a family, and she's 40-something years old, still looking for a man getting played by Nigerians.
Wait, who's that? Who's
Kendra G.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see that show.
Oh, she said it a few times.
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
I think Dante added a little alliteration to that, but yeah. But yeah, she did say something to that effect. Yeah. I don't know if the Nigerian dude is.
Well, she had a boyfriend last year or something that was Nigerian. I don't know if he really scammed her or whatever. Like, there's, on the internet was saying it. They just broke up. But I'm just saying, it's easy to make decisions now and not worry about your future. But at some point, you have to become an adult, you know, and I think it's really hard to do for people in their 20s, period, not just with relationships, but just with life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it's just hard.
it's very hard to do. I mean, Dante, you're absolutely right. It's very hard to do, and I'm a poster child of stupid. In my 20s, man. I mean,
Me
I've done
too.
every stupid thing under the sun. I reflect back on it. I go to therapy. And I learned about Erickson's. And you guys can Google this too. Erickson's stages of change. You know, and it's a little outdated. But the basic concepts, in my opinion, are real true. In your 20s, you're supposed to be growing. Those are your best years. You're never gonna get those back. That's where you need to be stacking up your money. That's when you're getting the promotions. That's when you're able to work the most hours, is in your 20s. As you get older, your strength starts to leave you.
All right,
yeah,
I got one
also,
more.
as you-
I got one more clip. Here we go, y'all.
This lady popped her balloon, then asked for it back. You will be surprised.
Wait, why is that playing so quick? Let me just go ahead and let it play. Let me bring this volume down a little bit. I don't want it to crack. Okay, here we go.
Why she did so.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name is Cinco, but my first name is Dejian.
Dejian.
Nice to meet
Okay.
you guys.
And how old are you, Dejian?
I'm 28 years old.
28. Okay. And what do you look for in a woman?
Right now, I have no children, so I'm looking for women that maybe have only one. I do think I have the capability to go ahead and establish our responsibility and take over, a child right now. And then somebody also can speak on my behalf, talk to professionals for me if they need to, handle my business.
All right. So we did
Handle
get some
his business. Okay, let's keep it going. Here we go.
balloons popped here.
That's fine.
Let's go ahead and go to some of these ladies and see why they end up popping their balloons. Okay.
My name is Lovely. You're just giving me really I'm too old for you type of vibe. I'm a Thundercat.
Kind of look like it too.
Hi, my name is Linda. I popped my balloon first and foremost.
That was already a red flag right there. He didn't have to say that. That already shows you that the thing is that all she's saying is that she's older. Then he wants to insult her. That's not a good. You guys might not get it because you're younger, but that's an insult.
No,
I'm a Thundercat.
Kind of look like it too.
Hi, my name is Linda. I popped my balloon first and foremost. I'm a mother of two, and I just feel like you're giving me pretty boy vibes, and that's not my type. All right. And when we say pretty boy vibes, would you elaborate a little more?
F boys. I think I've cleared that up.
I feel like he needs more maintenance than I would need maintenance on myself.
Yeah, boy.
Puffin?
My name's Adana. As I heard you speak more, it sounded like you're looking for someone to build you up. Like you want someone to speak on your behalf. I'm like an attorney or what kind of representative? Speak to who? About what? So I was confused.
Now, is Adana your type?
Donna actually is. I really like, her hair. I like her style. I like that color on her.
Yeah, that's right.
I think if she got to know me maybe a little bit more, she would like me. I like the way she talks, her sophistication. I think she would be somebody that probably could be my 1A if I were to run my business and include her in it. And
which way for the business?
As far as somebody as a CEO just like me, so you can take over my same business, vice versa, represent those things, respectability to other people. So agency.
Be your agent?
No.
What's the cut?
Be my partner. A partner.
Yeah, I get a cut.
Absolutely.
Where are you getting the funds from?
No, that's a.
I'm 28 years old.
Mm.
Before this, I was one of the youngest account managers with a company called CenturyLink. They're called Lumen now.
Yeah.
I made about $250,000 there on my own just from the contracts that I signed around the state. So you may move into an apartment and they have internet already established there. About 3 years ago, I established that before that place was even built.
Life costs money. So, I'm thinking about 200 grand 5 years ago. And then did you invest that or did you just put it into your other businesses?
Yeah. 5 years ago, I invested into my music career. I invested in my modeling career. I do my own thing now. I wake up when I want to and I do my own thing.
Okay, so
that doesn't mean anything. Uh-oh. He
That's
had
what
me going there for a minute. He had me going there for a minute.
Yeah, me too. Till we went down there. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with an artist and entertainer, but it's not something sustaining,
But
Yeah, I would have
this guy
preferred him to
invented-
keep going into the Lumen and the internet stuff. That the music career stuff is a little
Yeah, that's hard to keep up with,
I don't
man.
know. I don't know if you guys caught it, but he claimed he said he invented CenturyLink. Like
No, well,
he said
I
internet.
thought he said he worked for CenturyLink.
Well, maybe I heard it wrong. Can you rewind the tape, DJ?
Yeah, I don't think he invented it. I think he said that, but I see where you probably thought he did because he kind of made it sound like he was a CEO or something. But let's see what
$250,000 there on my own just from the contracts that I signed around the state. So you may move into an apartment and they have internet already established there. About 3 years ago, I established that before that place was even built.
Life costs money. So, okay, I'm thinking about 200 grand, 5
So
years.
he was working for CenturyLink.
A little bit before that, just a little bit before that, because he said CenturyLink.
Yeah, I get a cut.
Absolutely.
Where are you getting the funds from?
I'm 28 years old. Before this, I was one of the youngest account managers with a company called CenturyLink. They're called Lumen now.
Okay.
I made about $250,000 there on my own just from the contracts that I signed around the state.
Let me pause that. Let me, you guys talk. I'm going to go look into CenturyLink. I thought CenturyLink was still CenturyLink.
To my knowledge, it is. I had CenturyLink at my old house. You know, up until January.
Yeah, I mean, I like what he was saying until he hit the music part, because it was like, yo, my guy, you were going down a good path. You're going to end up making more money than 95% of the people in the music industry. It only the top 5-10% of entertainers are making the tens of millions and more dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yeah, most of these guys are not making, especially in the entertainment industry, you will become 20 times more famous than you are rich. You know?
Not only that, Deontay, but producing music is very expensive. I mean, don't get me wrong. It can be, you can produce music in your bedroom or whatever. Don't get me wrong. But for the most part, you have to make, I mean, not only does he need to make the music, which is relatively cheap, the videos can be expensive. The videos can eat up $100,000 just to make a damn video, because your video has to look good enough to compete with other videos of other more established artists, like let's say a Jay-Z or Chris Brown or whatever, who have as messed up as they might be, or as not messed up, but as crazy as their life might be, they still have access to millions of dollars to make a video. Chris Brown can go, oh, I want to make a video. Let's spend $2 million. And nobody's going to blink at that. So I understand he said he made $250,000, but it sounds like to me, it can be, we've seen millionaires, i.e. Shay Shay, go broke. So $250,000, it sounds good initially, but I agree with Deontay. I liked him better when he was staying with Lumen CenturyLink. And that is a fact. It is called Lumen now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, you know how it is, Darnell. These businesses eat each other up all day. But
yeah.
The thing is, though, you know my little saying I like to say: the CEO's wife is the CEO of the CEO's life. That's what it sounded like he was trying to hit at when he said doctor's appointment, because you might not want your lawyer or assistant making your personal doctor's appointments for you. I understand that. You would trust that to somebody like your wife, you know, or your husband. But you have to have a reason to need that. If you're the CEO of a company and you up here making big money, yeah, your wife would be involved in your life like that, and she would be your partner. That would be a part of your marriage. Right. But like, you have to bring something to her to have her in that position. You can't have her be your personal assistant and you up here making you. I mean, it just don't work like that unless you're successful in that industry. And again, like you said about the 20s, you in your late 20s. You just said 5 years ago when you was 23, you made $250,000 in a year off of CenturyLink accounts, and you let that go to go into the music industry.
Yeah,
right. Well, we just talked about how we make bad decisions. Like, I've done it before. Trust me, I had my hand on bags when I was in my mid-20s, man, and I thought it was gonna keep happening forever. I should have grasped to the more conservative route. Man, I'd be a fucking millionaire right now. But that's a whole other story. Like, I get it.
Exactly. I mean, that's the crazy part, is that it sounds like his career is good. It sounds like his income is going in reverse to me. It sounds like he had, I mean, the thing is this, unless he says like, okay, I've blown up, Jay-Z signed me. You know what I mean? Or something like that, then to me, sounds like he's going in reverse. And it's funny because they were trying the iteration of this clip was like, wow, yeah, she wants her balloon back. She's gonna give that balloon away after she finds out what's up. Because I can tell you right now, music industry is a huge risk.
It's a big risk.
Oh man, that internet, everybody gonna need internet. That shit sells itself.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, guys, any last words before I get the heck out of here?
No, thank you for having me, DJ. Always a pleasure. And I did look up the definition of colorism, and I think we're both right. But I think your definition fits more. You were correct when you, because of the last portion of the definition does state usually committed by a person of the same color. So your definition does fit the definition of colorism a lot more stronger than the one that I thought of, or I thought it was. We're
going to be going over that because unfortunately it looks like the Passport Bros are still talking smack. And I might have to I might do a live stream tomorrow. I might. It depends how far I get with my chores. It sounds funny, but chores, chores are chores. Anyway.
I really think you should, when you get a chance, it doesn't have to be like an immediate episode or anything, but you get a chance, look into Lisa Cook. I had super chatted you about her.
Okay.
But and the only reason I bring her up is, like I said, she is the first Black woman to be appointed as a Fed chair. First one in 112 years.
Right, but
only been there 3 years, and they want to fire her they're claiming fraud. She committed fraud when she filled out a mortgage application.
Well, haven't you noticed that they've been using that same game on all the prominent Black women? They used it on the lawyer. Remember?
Yeah.
The DA.
They got Letitia James in New York.
Yeah.
They got her for that. But you know what though? I think they might have got her though because she said she was living in one district. Well, it don't. I know what you're saying.
No, it's very. Both of them were very. The infractions were very, very, very ticky tacky. But that's why what they've learned is that Trump had some slick lawyers that know how to use the word of law, and they will continue to go after those people they want out of the way. They're going to continue to use this because what they look for is like, oh, did she buy a house? Oh, I bet there's something in that paperwork, blah, 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 blah. And it's probably not even. And the thing is this, when you're buying a house, you're not thinking of all that small print, but these lawyers are that Trump.
You're not thinking about the future.
Yep.
I mean, what I mean by that is you're not thinking that 10, 15 years, 20 years from now, I'm going to be a public figure and I'm going to go after somebody that's huge and powerful, and that person might come back on me with a magnifying glass. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's the thing. When they went after Trump during that election, I was saying, like, if he gets elected, he's going to put a magnifying glass up all their ass, and nobody is free of sin. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how light it is. And they're going to find.
He's a very vindictive and bitter person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys,
but like Lisa Cook did nothing to him.
No,
she did nothing to him.
Doesn't matter. She's Black.
She's the Fed chair.
Right, but she's black.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to see. He doesn't want
And
no black people up that high. She might. What this is what went down, Darnell. He found out that she was a moral person and was not going to do what he needed somebody in that position to do. That's what's going on. He probably is probably setting up some type of a backdoor side deal where he can somehow sideways sell arms to somebody, make some money, and thinks that she's not going to bite. You see what I'm saying? And that's how it rolls. That's how they roll.
I'll tell you what's going on, DJ. I did my homework on this. I know what Trump is planning on doing. You know, I mean, I could save it for after you end the live, but I know exactly what Trump plans on doing.
Oh, I'm going to pick up the TV after the live. I mean,
okay. Well, you know, we'll save it for another day. But it's a very strategic move, and I'm gonna just put it to you this way: Trump stands to make of millions of dollars, if not more, when he gets through.
All right, everybody. This is DJ Torch. Let me kick the beat. I'd like to thank you guys for coming up. Maybe we'll do another political thing in about, I don't know, a couple weeks maybe. But because I think it's something that we need to go over.
Yeah, I mean, my only point is because it's not just her; it's black women are getting fired, you know, at a alarming rate, higher than any other demographic. You can't tell me all these black women are
because
incompetent.
Trump subliminally gave them the red light to do so.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing is the way that it really would be if there was nobody really, and these are qualified people, by the way. But you're seeing the real problem when it comes to that.
Yeah,
come
I mean,
out.
I can understand maybe one or two. Of course, you're going to have one or two incompetent people, but come on, there's no way you can convince me tens of thousands of black women are incompetent. No way.
Exactly. It's the pattern.
Yeah, but I think it needs to be addressed.
I agree. All right, everybody. I'm going to kick the beat. Here we go. Thank you. Everybody give Darnell and Deontay a hand of applause. Beats on. The beat is from Ghost. Here we go.
Yeah. This one's for the queens. Strong, fierce, holding on to their dreams. We don't chase broke words or toxic lies. We
All right.
rise
Shout
above.
out.
Love real, no disguise.
Shout out to Angela Reddick, Tiffany Jackson, Deontay Grant, Why is Seeking Knowledge,
Heard that red pill talk, all empty game. Disrespect
Me,
women trying
Columbia.
to bring shame, but we don't bow down, nah, we don't break. Independent
Ghost.
women make no mistake. We grind, we shine, building our path. Respect over ego, love that will last. Not here for
Jizzy
the
D.
boys stuck, bitter and cold. We're writing our story, powerful bold. Leave 'em dusty, leave 'em broke. We ain't falling for the joke.
Susie Bear.
We stay strong, never fold. Real love waits heaven, northern gold. Leave 'em dusty, leave 'em broke. We ain't falling for the joke. Queen stay strong, never fold. Real love waits worth more than gold. Don't need a man to validate my worth. I've been strong, I've been shining since birth. But if he steps right with truth in his heart, we can build together a powerful star. 'Cause love ain't control,
this is a jam.
it's trust. Partnership solid,
Thanks
respect
again,
is
Darnell,
unrest.
for the
Until that
$10
one
super
comes,
chat.
we keep standing tall. Independent women, we winning it all. Leave 'em dusty, leave 'em broke. We ain't falling for the joke. Queen stay strong, never
All right,
fold.
everybody.
Real love waits worth more than
I want everyone to have a good
gold.
night.
Leave 'em